If your final password manager choice came down to 1Password versus NordPass, you're already on the right track. But which one is better? Well, let's take a thorough look at each app. So we have to start this NordPass versus 1Password comparison with a security overview. After all, the main job of a password manager is to keep your information safe and sound. Thankfully, both options are fully equipped to do just that. They're built with zero-knowledge architecture, meaning nobody, not even the companies themselves or customer support agents, can ever look into your vault. It's only accessible to you. Plus, everything is encrypted. 1Password uses the golden standard AES 256 cipher with this thing, I won't even attempt to say it, which makes it much harder for someone to guess your logins. Meanwhile, NordPass opted to use the modern XChaCha20 encryption, which is easier to implement and less prone to human error. On top of that, each password manager went through audits to prove their security, and they keep on going through them. And because of this, both the best Password Manager 2025 options are still data breach free, unlike some other options living in the last days. Oh, I also wanted to mention the fact that 1Password generates you a secret key when you create an account, which you have to use every time you want to log in from a new device. It adds yet another layer of security against getting your account hacked. So is 1Password better than NordPass just because of this? Well, not really. You can get a similar, in fact even stronger protection layer by enabling 2FA, which is basically an extra identity confirmation step every time you log into the app. So overall, both password managers will keep your information safe. Well, given that you don't go around giving out your vault password to hackers, that is, but hey, most of you aren't that dumb, right? Anyway, do you want me to pick you up? Yes? Are you going to howl like I am murdering you if I pick you up? Oh, she didn't. Anyway, with security covered, let's take a look into the actual apps. Both of them are actually pretty simplistic and straight to the point. You can easily add new items and browse all saved information right from the main page. And it doesn't really matter what device you're using. These best password manager options work well on all main operating systems and keep very similar layouts between them. Plus, the password managers sync passwords and all other data pretty much seamlessly across devices as long as you have an internet connection. I also wanted to mention browser extensions. These allow you to quickly autofill any login fields that you have saved passwords for, and even stuff like credit card information or addresses when shopping. This feature is one of the main reasons why I constantly use a password manager myself. It's just so much more convenient this way. I only have to click the password manager icon and bam, all the data I need is already filled in. Speaking about convenient stuff, NordPass and 1Password also support fingerprint and Face ID logins. It's really handy since password managers tend to log you out pretty often, you know, for security reasons. So if you have Touch ID on your device, logging in again is just a matter of seconds. Overall, if you're worried about the ease of use, honestly, these two are pretty much equal. So just pick whichever one that you like, really. Which interface do you like more? Which one looks better to you? Or choose based on price, which I'll cover in a minute. But you can also check it for yourself through the links in the description that I would point to if there wasn't someone taking up my hands. Cat, can you point to the description? Yeah, that way. However, I did note a couple of interface quirks that set each password manager apart. 1Password, for example, is a little bit nicer for organizing stuff neatly. You can set up smart folders and add tags to your saved items. I also like that it lets me create separate vaults for work and personal use. Meanwhile, NordPassword is a bit minimalistic overall. It focuses on simplicity, with fewer options and settings visible up front, which I actually really like. However, they have various categories for different types of saved data, and I use folders to organize my stuff here so everything stays nice and neat. Of course, there is a set of additional features in each app as well. Besides just storing passwords and manually adding new logins, you can use generators to come up with strong passwords for you. And with the browser extension, extension, the password managers should suggest auto-saving information as you browse. It works smoothly like 99% of the time, and the other 1% is them thinking your Amazon searched item is a new password. Anywho, sharing passwords is also very easy with both, though I do have to give props to 1Password for allowing users to share a whole vault at once if you've got a family plan. And this is super convenient. I'd actually say that 1Password is currently the best password manager for families. Moving on, NordPass and 1Password both utilize Passkeys, a pretty new way of logging in. These replace passwords with a security key stored on your device, and you can use biometrics, a PIN, or other device-related authentication to confirm your identity. This eliminates the risk of having your password leaked, since, well, you don't have a password to be leaked in this case. But sadly, this is only available on a handful of websites, at least so far. Now, looking at the apps individually, there are some unique tools within them as well. 1Password gives you the Watchtower feature, which actively monitors for data breaches, alerts you of weak, old, or reused passwords, and suggests other improvements to enhance your security. This is also where you can manage Password Manager Passkeys. The Watchtower will tell you which of your login items support this feature. Then there's Travel Mode. This one is truly unique. Using this, you can temporarily remove sensitive data from your vault when traveling, only keeping vaults with you marked travel safe. Finally, I want to mention the Emergency Kit. This one you get right when signing up for 1Password. It gives you all the info necessary to recover your account in case you forget your master password, along with a security key I mentioned before. You can just print this whole PDF and store it somewhere safe in case of emergencies. If you open the NordPass PC app, you'll find a set of features in the bottom left corner, or alternatively, the tool section of the mobile apps. I already mentioned the password generator, so underneath it, there's the password health checker. It finds all the reused, weak, and old passwords, similarly to 1Password's Watchtower. Then there's the data breach scanner. Just add the email you wish to monitor, and this feature will constantly look out for leaked info related to it. And the cool thing is, you can monitor multiple emails this way. I haven't encountered a limit so far. Now, the newest feature addition to NordPass is email masking. With it, you can create an alternative disposable email and use it for stuff like newsletter, discount signups. All that info is still linked to your real email, but your real email isn't exposed. So you can turn email forwarding on and off at any time, putting a quick stop to any spam. Finally, if you're afraid of ever losing your account or want to give someone else access in case of an emergency, you can grant emergency access to another user of NordPass, be it a friend or family member. Okay, but while you can pick a password manager based on which features you're going to use more, let's face it, the final decision still comes down to the price. So how much will these two cost you? Well, if you compare 1Password versus NordPass, NordPass price is lower, especially if you use the discount code, like the one in the description, or this QR code. However, if you're interested in family plans, I'd lean towards 1Password. I found it a bit more convenient, especially if you want to share entire vaults instead of individual passwords. Either way though, don't forget to use a discount code to get the best price possible. I always leave the current biggest and best deals in the description. And now let's quickly summarize this best password manager comparison. From my experience, both password managers are equally secure and easy to use. However, NordPass stands out with cheaper plans and a minimalistic UI approach, and personally, I really like their new email masking tool. Meanwhile, 1Password is a better choice for families, or if you want additional security features like their travel mode or security key. Anyway, let me know which option you ended up using, and don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if this video was in any way helpful to you. And of course, as always, if you have any questions, I'm going to meet you in the comments section. So, I'll see you there.